Hello everyone, Chocolo here for another video review. This time we have the Lindt Dark Chocolate Gold Bunny. Too big to fit in the screen there, there we are. How's that? Basically I've done a white chocolate and a milk chocolate one. I feel a bit like I've been hunting rabbits. I've got hunting chocolate rabbits. Well, maybe I have. I've got the two collars here, as you can see, and they come with this one. So this was the milk chocolate one. This was obviously the white chocolate one. And the dark chocolate one is this brown one. So this is actually the 200 gram one. I couldn't get, I mean, I'm sure they do it in 100 gram versions, but basically the supermarket I got them from, I think it was Sainsbury's, didn't have a 100 gram one. And there's a smaller one which is probably 50 grams. So this is the mid-range one. I've just reviewed the other two in the 100 gram version, so I did a size comparison. I can't really do it anymore because they're kind of well, you know, they've seen better days. I mean, it's just here's the head of a small one, so you can see it probably came up to around there on it. Something like that. So that's the white chocolate one. Anyway, there we are. But the size comparison was in the other one. So I'll measure this one. Let's see what it measures. Right. So roughly the bottom at 5.5 centimeters wide, tip to toe, head to tail, tail to foot, whatever. 15 centimeters. What's that done? Width. Bum width. It's about 5.5, I think, something like that. It's hard to do properly, but there we go. So it looks quite nice for me to say. Yeah, so clearly this is sort of like Lindt's Easter gimmick that they do. Comes with a bell, working bell, not a toy apparently, it says at the bottom. Could be food, it tells us it's not to eat it. It just says bells and ribbons are for decorative purpose only and not toys. Personally I would say it is a toy. I don't know what else it could be really. It's not, you know, I would advise that you're not meant to eat it. But they don't advise that, so, and especially given how small it is. Yeah. So there's nothing on the bottom saying it shouldn't be given to kids or anything, so it's a bit strange, but there we are. So basically at the bottom it just says, well, find the magic, find the Lindt Gold Bunny. Visit lindt.com for Easter inspiration, or for more Easter inspiration. It says dark chocolate, that's it. Ingredients, cocoa mass, blah, blah, blah. Cocoa size 60% minimum. So it is a 60%, and it does say dark 60% there, though it's a bit creased. But that's what it will say. Calories, there is quite like the way they've got this on the back. It does ruin the design somewhat, slightly. Obviously on that side it's fine. It does have the calories on here now. It's just probably per 100 grams. Yeah, so it's just double really. So it's 561 calories, 39 grams of fat, 24 of which are saturates. So basically it's 1,122 calories. The whole thing, which is ridiculous. And then it's, what is it now? Well, 78 grams of fat. 48 of which are saturates, that's the whole thing. So you wouldn't have thought this would be 1,000 calories, would you? I mean, it's not solid, don't forget, it's hollow. 1,000 calories in that. You would not think that, would you? I'm surprised at that. But the other ones, the smaller ones, the 100 gram ones, are obviously about 500. Crazy. I mean, you're surprised how much calories are in things, really. Even like a round of bread is 100 calories. You know. Anyway, digressing. Okay, so it looks quite nice. I quite like the gimmick of the collar. I mean, it's the ribbon. It's a bit, you know, it's quite nice though, isn't it? Yeah, it looks quite nice. The design's the same on all of them, other than the ribbon. So they've got the same sort of, you know, for wrapping. Looks quite a nice premium product, really. Manufactured in Germany, it says by Lindt and Sprilling, I think, or Spruling, or Sprulingi. I can't really pronounce it. It's got an umlaut on it. Distributed by Lindt as well. Imported by Lindt as well. So it's imported, distributed and created by Lindt, basically. There we are. Not sure there's much more to say. Looks quite nice though. Unfortunately we've got to smash it up, haven't we? So let's take the ribbon off. There we go. Add one to my collection. Got all three of them now. This one's slightly bigger though. Yeah, it's off camera. Yep, I've got a bit of a nice set. There we are. All the rabbits I've murdered. Anyway, glossing over that. So let's see. So yeah, so let's put it from the bottom, shall we? The easiest way to open it. There we go. Ooh. Now, I don't notice on. Well, first of all, it smells very nice. It smells very dark chocolatey, actually. There's a clear dark chocolate smell here, which I guess isn't surprising. But I've noticed there it's got Lindt on it there, and I didn't notice that on the other bunnies. Might be too late now because I've probably eaten it, but on both sides it says Lindt. And I'm sure it didn't say that on the other ones. Don't think I've got the bottom part to check now. But I'm quite sure it didn't say that. yeah, I think I've got enough of the hind legs here that it would say Lindt if it was on there. This is the milk chocolate one, it didn't, and I'm quite sure I noticed it. So, interesting. I don't know why they've done that. Yeah. But yeah, fortunately the bottom half was a bit IS on the other ones. Let's move this milk chocolate. Milk chocolate from it there. Right, okay. No, just don't want to corrupt the taste test, do we? Yeah, so there's a bit of damage on here, which ruins the look. It didn't happen on the other two, but on this one, for whatever reason, there is a bit of a scuff going on, which has ruined the look a bit on one side. But it looks quite nice. I think there's a minimalist design on it, quite smooth, but I think it's on purpose. You know, it looks, there's not much detail, but I think that's just the way it is, and it comes across well, I think. And so does say Lindt on there, which I think is a bit. I can see why, because maybe it would just be too much empty space, and they thought we need to fill it with something because it's such a bigger version. Maybe that's why they've done it. It's hard to say. I think for me, I would have preferred it not to have it there, but I can see why they did it. Maybe without it there, it would be more. You'd think, oh, it needs something, but yeah. So it's quite heavy. I say 200 grams. I like the seam. The seam's done pretty well. I mean, it's done in probably as good a way as it could be without it being obvious that it's there. If that makes sense. I don't think they could have done it any better. And it's not symmetrical as well. You see it slightly looks to one side, I think, slightly. And obviously the it's like looking this way, I think. That way, one way. It's looking somewhere. Can't tell actually. But anyway, it's not quite symmetrical, and I think it's looking off to one side, so the eyes aren't quite in the same spot. You can see in the ears as well, slightly different. There's one ear behind the other. Right, well, yeah, I've got to smash it. So it's going to be probably a bit thicker, this one, to do, so it might be quite difficult actually. Let's see. I don't know. Also, I'm breaking its neck. Okay. Take a bit of force. Okay, there we go. Right, so I was expecting it to explode everywhere then, it didn't, which is good. Wow, there's a real strong dark chocolate smell coming from it off that break. Just like it seems to have been filled with a lovely dark chocolate aroma on the inside, and that's really come out. Now I can't say if that would be the case. Well, basically the other two I opened were smaller versions of the white and milk chocolate ones, so I can't say for sure whether that would have happened. Well, I didn't notice it in the smaller ones, but in the big ones it might have happened as well. I'm not sure, because I think the dark chocolate has a very stronger smell. It really came out actually. That was very noticeable. I think if you're a dark chocolate fan, you would have loved that. I do like dark chocolate, but it's not. I'm not the biggest dark chocolate person. I mean, I eat it. I will concede that already. I like it though. Yeah, that was really nice, and it's definitely, you could smell it when you opened it as well. So it's really good. I think that's really nice. Probably a bit serendipitous maybe, but still pretty good. You can see the chocolate's pretty thick. You saw how hard it was. Well, not hard, but I had to sort of increase the pressure to break it. So it's quite thicker chocolate in some places, which you'd expect because it's the bigger one. You can see here it's really quite thick there. Don't think it's a lip either, no. So it is quite thick. That's a good centimetre. Not like that all the way around. This is the exception really, but yeah, about a centimetre. 0.8, 0.9. But yeah, and clearly it'll be quite thick in other places as well. I mean, this bit here, this cheek bit, I don't think you can quite tell, but it doesn't really concave in at all. It's just that thick, it's massive. So I think the bigger ones are probably, so I don't know if I can show you that accurately with this torch. Probably not. You probably wouldn't want to know if I'm trying to show you. Yeah, I'm just trying to say that the cheek isn't concave, whatever, it's solid. So that cheek there, even though it bulges out here, it doesn't go inwards on the inside. So it's really thick. That'll be massively thick. Okay, yeah, and I think it's it's the same in other places as well. So it's really yeah, I think the big ones definitely more of a treat. I think the small ones are nice, but the thick ones, because you get the thicker chocolate and things, I think that'll be really something else, to be honest with you. But obviously 1,000 calories. £3.50. Okay, let's lift myself up. Hello everyone, good to see you. Yes, so right, so I'm gonna try to taste snapping a bit off and taste it. So 60% cocoa solids, whatever. Does smell really nice of chocolate, the dark chocolate. give it a taste. Yeah, it's bitter. I think, in fact, it's 60% rather than something crazy. It's probably just about right, really. It does have a bitter taste. Definitely dark chocolate, or plain chocolate if you like. But it's a nice dark chocolate. It's very refined. Obviously, because it's dark chocolate, it's not a creamy taste, which is typical to all the other Lindt chocolates. They are very creamy. For me, I think this is a really good way of having dark chocolate. It's really nice. So I'm not the biggest dark chocolate person. I did go through a phase actually of having I think it's Cadbury's Bourneville. I think I was just buying loads of it, and I was just really enjoying it. I don't know why, and just the odd square of it, So it's a sort of a segmented bar. But it's not like a massively, it's probably about 50% cocoa solid or something. It's similar to this, really. But yeah, you can see I've got quite a thick piece now. Let's have a go. It's quite rich. I don't think you could eat the whole. Well, some people could, but I think you start to feel a bit unwell if you start to eat the whole thing. Good, because I've sampled, 2 other Lindt ones and a Ferrero Rocher one previous to this, so perhaps reaching the limit of what I can tolerate for. I'll say that's a load of nonsense, isn't it? I mean, I could eat the whole thing, but what I'm trying to say. But it's really nice, yeah. But I think it is a bit rich, it's quite. I feel like you can feel it on your stomach, eating a bit too much of this. I think you could feel that, but again, I don't know. Could just because I said I've had quite a lot of chocolate and things in there. But it's a nice dark chocolate. It's really nice. Not too dry. So the 60% really works really well. It's bitter enough. It's got that sort of bitter chocolate smell and taste. But again, it's not too dry. It's just right, actually. If you don't like dark chocolate, this isn't going to change your mind. It's still got that typical dark chocolate taste. Still quite bitter. It is dark chocolate. There's nothing different about it. Generally than other dark chocolates. So if you don't like them, you still won't like this. But as I say, but if you do like dark chocolate, I think if you don't like it ridiculously strong, or full of cocoa solids, this one's a really good one. As I say, it's just on that right balance between not being too dry, but still having that dark chocolate bitter sort of strong taste, nice smell as well. Yeah. So I think if you love dark chocolate, if you're a real dark chocolate, this is a 5 out of 5 for sure. I think it's a nice gimmick as well, nice bunny way it looks. Good quality chocolate, just all round is really good. The thickness of it in places is really thick as well, and when it's not thick, it's still acceptable. This is probably the thinnest it gets roughly, and it still works. I think because of the dark chocolate as well, it works when it's thin and works when it's thick. I don't know, just seems to work. I think it's just got a nice snap to it because it's quite a bit drier than regular chocolate. So even when it's thin, it works really well because it still cracks and isn't detrimental to it being thin. So overall, it's a winner in many respects. So I think a 5 out of 5 if you love dark chocolate. I think for me, well, I'll say it's a bit difficult because of course if it was a small one, if it's the 100 gram bunny, would it be the same? I think it probably would. Because as I say, it works even when it's thinner. But it's nice to have the thicker part. Yeah. Hard to say really. I mean, I'm not a big dark chocolate lover, so it's basically I think I like things to be in chocolate, so it has crispy bits or something else in it. But I don't know. I think I could see myself giving this a 5 out of 5. I think so. I think I'm going to say 5 out of 5. Yeah, I think it works really well as a dark chocolate. It just ticks all the boxes. It's that perfect balance between bitterness and creaminess, maybe. And it's not too dryness, I guess. Bitterness and dryness. It's not too dry, not too bitter. It's just perfect, and it's a real sweet spot. And the consistency is great in different ways. The thicker parts are great when they're thick, because they're nice and big. And the thin parts are great because the chocolate's just that right balance. It's still crunchy. There's a lovely snap, and you can probably hear me eating it. If I snap a bit off of the thinner bit, you can hear it and bite it. You can hear that hopefully. So yeah, and those are the finished parts. So this product is really good. Dark chocolate fans will love it, and I think it's really and as I say, not being the biggest dark chocolate fan, I can still appreciate it, and I can still say a winner when I see one, and I think this is definitely a 5 out of 5. So yeah, brilliant work on Lindt, and it doesn't suffer from the fact that I say the Lindt chocolate is a bit too sickly for me in milk and sometimes white, but mainly milk chocolate form. But dark chocolate doesn't have that problem at all. So yeah, 5 out of 5. Okay, guys, I enjoyed that review. Yeah, follow me to subscribe to my videos, follow me as well. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye for now. See ya.